Hi, my name is Brandon. Welcome to Audio Video Unlimited's first Techtorial for 2014. In 2014, we're excited to be bringing you new video content on a product every month, in addition to the reviews that I write and post online. So watch our Twitter, Facebook, and Google Plus feeds to find out when the new videos are up and what product we're going to be reviewing for you. This month, we have the YAS-201, a soundbar from Yamaha. The Yamaha YAS201 soundbar is the 2.1 soundbar, which basically means that it has two speakers in the soundbar and one speaker as a sub. The 0.1 always refers to your sub, or if it's a 0.2, which is rare, it would mean that there's two subs in the package. So in this case, you have two drivers up front, which gives you a really nice middle kind of sound. Because you do not have a smaller tweeter made out of some exotic material, you're not going to get the really, really high pitch noises, extremely clear. So say you hear shrieking steel or fingernails down a chalkboard, it's not going to sound totally accurate. This isn't necessarily a bad thing though I might not install this soundbar on my primary TV in my home theater system, something in a bedroom or a children's room or in a den where you just want to turn it on and watch something casually. This soundbar gives you way better sound than your television would have been producing before, and because it's a 2.1 system, it's fairly introductory in Yamaha's lineup. The price point is excellent, so you could have a few of these around your house. One of my favorite features on the YAS201 is that it has a pass-through on it for your infrared remotes. So most of you will have noticed, especially if you're already using a soundbar, that putting the soundbar in front of your television pretty much immediately and inevitably blocks the little IR bud on your remote control. Thus, you end up standing up, running around your living room, trying to turn things on, waving it around like you're trying to summon something, like it's a magic wand. It just sort of ruins the connectivity of your television. So this model and all of the Yamaha models that I've tested so far have these repeaters. And what it is, if I can just show it to you here, it's actually right on the back of the unit. There's a little silver stripe here you see running along. It just captures your signal on the front through the remote, the IR remote signal input on the actual soundbar, and then it repeats it out the back again. So this, though it did block the IR in on my television, didn't matter. This is pretty brilliant. This means that my TV worked perfectly. I could turn it on and off really easily. I could change channels. The YAS201 does have Yamaha's Air Surround mode, which simulates a surround sound system in your living room. Now you can activate this by hitting the surround button on the little remote here, or you can go to just a stereo style sound where it's just broadcasting right and left. In this particular case, I enjoyed it more in the stereo mode because with only two speakers to work with, the simulated surround gave it kind of strange highs and lows. Now with other Yamaha soundbars, which I have reviewed, they have multiple drivers. Their surround mode is actually very impressive. Here, once again, I recommend using it in stereo mode. The YAS201 also has a few other processing features built right into it. We have a clear voice button here, which turns on a mode which amplifies the voices. So if you're watching the news or you're watching a movie where the track is a little bit muddied, it'll bring people's voices out and to the forefront. I didn't end up using this feature myself because I didn't need it, but it does definitely brighten up the sound, and it would bring people's voices to the front if you're having a little trouble hearing them, so an excellent mode to have. The other thing we have is Uni-Volume. Uni-Volume maintains your volume as you go between channels, and say commercials come on, you might notice commercials broadcast a lot louder than the programs around them. This just makes sure that you don't get huge spikes in your volume, which is very nice, especially if you're switching channels late at night and you don't want to wake anybody up. We also have an audio delay button. Now this basically corrects the problem that you might get if you're watching a movie and you notice that people's mouths aren't moving in time to the sound coming out of your soundbar, which is a problem at times. So the audio delay button, you can set a little bit of delay on there and suddenly the audio syncs back up, which is excellent, and thank you very much Yamaha for doing that for us. The Yamaha YAS201 has a nice and simple display on the front. It's really easy to use, it's really easy to read. There's no complicated LCD screen that might give you strange commands, 3 letters at a time. What they did instead was they just silkscreened all of the instructions, all of the modes on the front of this, and then they put a little light next to them. So you turn on the audio enhancement feature of your choice, and the little light lights up next to it, and you know it's working or you've turned it off. This is the subwoofer for the Yamaha YAS201 system. This is a 16 centimeter subwoofer. It's not the largest one they make, but it's also not the smallest one they make. I found it was very capable at almost any volume setting, and it picks up right where it should. You can turn it up or down using the remote, and this means that late at night you don't have to wake up your neighbors, or in the middle of the day you can choose to have dinosaurs come racing through your living room. That's totally cool. It'll shake the glasses right off your table. It connects wirelessly, so you just need to find a little bit of power. And it has a few different frequency settings, so if you have more than one soundbar in your house, you can set them all to different frequencies, and that way you won't get crosstalk where one soundbar is watching one movie and then the subwoofer in the other room rattles to the bass line of it. So I tested the Yamaha YAS201 soundbar over a weekend, and I really enjoyed my time with it. It's kind of the pickup truck of soundbars. It's really easy to plunk it down, plug it in. It works quickly, it works easily. It doesn't block the signals from my remotes, so I didn't have to, you know, dance around my living room to turn the TV on and off and change channels. It's just one of those really comfortable packages where it does everything you want it to do, and it feels solid, and the sound is good, and the value is good. I would have no trouble recommending it to a friend. I might not put it on a really high-end home theater system, because if I've spent a lot of money on my picture quality, then I'm probably not going to use an introductory level soundbar to do that. But you know, in a bedroom, in a rec room, this is the unit you probably are going to want to work with. Once again, it doesn't have a really fancy LCD screen on it, but I don't feel like that detracts anything from it. The little indicators and the printing on the front work just fine. It looks great. It's a bit of a fingerprint magnet, but I don't think that's a deal breaker by any means. We hope you've enjoyed this first video product review. We'll be posting new video product reviews at about the rate of one a month throughout 2014. We'll be calling them Techtorials, and they will be available through our Facebook feeds, our Twitter feeds, and our Google Plus feed. We also have a Techtorial section on avu.ca if you'd like to read some of our reviews, and we'll try and get the videos up there as well. So stick with us throughout 2014. This is entirely new ground for us, but we're happy to be able to show off some of the incredible products that we have here at AVU.